They got Mercy ruled in their first game of the Tournament of State Champions and came back and won the whole thing. This crowd over here, they were pretty dominant throughout the Tournament of State Champions, beat a great Florida team and a championship team. And everybody knows what these guys did out here. Okay, now we're going to have Scooter's been working on a little musical thing here, and what you're going to hear is you're going to hear the call from the TOSC network for the two Tournament of State Champions teams. You're going to hear the call for the final out, and then you're going to hear the ESPN call of the final out of the regional championship in Warner Robins. So that's what you're going to be listening to. So Scooter, take it away.
He swings at first pitch, flies out left field, better space to grab. That's the ball. The final scores: North Carolina 11, South Carolina 7. And that pitch is popped up to second base, playable for North Carolina. Squeezes it, and North Carolina and Greenville Tar Heel Little Leagues is going to capture her 2017 9-11 Tournament State Champions. Pitch to Lewis. Shot to first. They'll do it. North Carolina's going back to the Little League World Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound as we honor our 2017 All-Star Champions. Each player will be receiving a customized mini helmet commemorating their accomplishments. First, the 2017 8 to 10-year-old Tar Heel team, Andrew Knight Hyatt. Tucker Anderson. Riker Butcher. Justin Grimes. Christian Lepresti. Parker Watson. Darion Geddes. Jack West. Davis Bradley. Max Mason. Ethan Menace. James Sawyer. Joyner Haddock. Coach Bram Anderson. Coach Lee Watson. And manager Trey Haddock. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 8 to 10-year-old North Carolina District 4, North Carolina State and Tournament of State Champions champions, Tar Heel Little League. Now for the 2017 9 to 11-year-old Tar Heel team, Gavin Liverman. Josh Britt. Bryson Letchworth. Colin Wooler. Colton Durant. Andrew Wally. Spencer West. Wyatt Fagundes. Caleb Overby. Alex Popovich. Colin Everett. Davis Hathaway. Brody Stallings. Coach Brian Fagundes. Coach Randy Styons. And manager Corey Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 9 to 11-year-old North Carolina District 4, North Carolina State and Tournament of State Champions Tar Heel Little League. Now for the 2017 10 to 12-year-old North State Little League team, Carson Hardy. Bryce Jackson. Ashton Byers. JoJo Bird. Will Casey. Cameron Ridley. Jacob Calder. Cash Daniel Floyd. Matthew Mateus. Chase Anderson. Luke Lambert. Thomas Barrett. Drew Fields. Coach Jake Allen. Coach Mike Bond. And manager Brian Fields. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 10 to 12-year-old North Carolina District 4, North Carolina State and Southeast Regional Champions and 2017 Little League Baseball World Series participant, North State Little League.
Okay, everybody, at this time, we'd like to ask all of our All-Stars to exit the field, and those of us that are still playing Little League, go join up with your regular season team. And we'd like to welcome our Southeast Regional champs to stay if they wish. And we're going to get ready to start our normal opening ceremony. So at this time, could we have all of the
We did have about 60 copies left. But tonight, proceeds from that will be donated to Little League. We're going to present Brian a check for $1,000.
Coca-Cola entered the North State League as an expansion team in 1960 and has never been sponsored by anybody else. This marks the 58th season that Coca-Cola Bottling Company has been the team sponsor for this team. Through their time in the North State League, Coke has won city championships in 1961, 1984, and 1987. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the red and white of Coca-Cola. Next up is Kiwanis. Kiwanis is a charter member of the North State League, with the Kiwanis Club having sponsored each of the team's 68 seasons in Greenville Little Leagues. The Kiwanis team has won city championships in 1969, 1982, and 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the black and purple of the Kiwanis Club. Next up is the Host Lions Club. The Host Lions Club is also a charter member of the North State League, having begun play in 1951 as well. The Lions have won city championships in 1975, 1976, and 2007. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the team who wears the colors of Greenville royalty, the purple and gold of the Lions Club. Next up is Optimist. Optimist was first known as VFW and began their existence as a member of the North State League in 1954. From 1954 through 1959, VFW was the team sponsor. Optimist took over as the team sponsor in 1960 and has sponsored every season since. Optimist has won city championships in 1963, 1966, 1972, 1997, and 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Golden Blue of Optimist.
Yes.
Next up is Overtons. Overtons began as a team in 1959 with Texaco as the team sponsor. Texaco handled the sponsorship duties from 1959 to 1962 before RC Cola took over from 1963 to 1975. From 1976 to 1986, the team was sponsored by Union Carbide, and in 1987, the team became known as Eveready Battery, with their run as a sponsor ending in 1990. Overtons has been the team sponsor since 1991. The Overtons franchise has won city championships in 1960, 1965, 2001, and 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Navy and White of Overtons. The next team is Physicians East. Physicians East began play in the North State League as an expansion team in 1982. The team was originally known as Sports World and carried that name from 1982 through 1997. Physicians East took over the team sponsorship in 1998 and has been the sponsor ever since. Physicians East has won city championships in 1985 and 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Navy and Gray of Physicians East. Our next team is Ross Orthodontics. Ross Orthodontics joined the North State League as an expansion team in 1989. They were the last team to join the North State League. Originally, the team was known as Aldridge and Sutherland. Aldridge and Sutherland was the team sponsor from 1989 through the 2011 season. Ross Orthodontics took over the sponsorship for the 2012 season. The Ross Orthodontics franchise won their only city championship in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Kelly and Purple of Ross Orthodontics. Our next team is Sylvan Learning Center. Sylvan Learning Center began playing the North State League in the league's first year. From 1951 to 1987, the team was sponsored by the JCs. From 1988 to 1997, the team was called Bill Clark Construction, and then from 1998 to 2009, the team was named Clark Branch Realtors. Sylvan Learning Center took over in 2010 and is now in its 9th season of sponsoring the team. The Sylvan franchise won city championships in 1980, 2008, and 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Royal and Silver of Sylvan Learning Center.
They're not royal. They're royal blue. But and they're not silver.
We now switch leagues and switch pant colors as we move to the Tar Heel League. And our first team in the Tar Heel League is BB&T. BB&T began their time in the Tar Heel League in 1960 as Security Life. Security Life sponsored the team through 1969 before Intigon took over as a sponsor for the 1970 season. First Federal took over in our nation's bicentennial year and sponsored through the 1990 season. BB&T has handled the sponsorship since 1990. The BB&T franchise has won city championships in 1964, 1977, and 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Maroon and Gray of BB&T. Our next team is Brown and Wood. Brown and Wood has been a Greenville Little League team since 1959. From 1959 through 1968, the team was known as Greenville Tobacco Company. The team was called the Grenadiers from 1969 through 1978. Burroughs Welcome sponsored the team from 1979 through 1995, and Brown and Wood has been paying the bills since 1996. Brown and Wood's franchise has won city championships in 1970, 1971, and 1981. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Columbia and Navy of Brown and Wood. Our next squad is Carolina Windows and Doors. Carolina Windows and Doors entered the Tar Heel League in 1989 as the league's last expansion team. Wearing their original colors of royal and gold, the team was known as Fickling Insurance or Fickling and Clement Insurance from 1989 through 1996. Carolina Windows and Doors took over the team sponsorship in 1997. The Carolina Windows and Doors franchise has won city championships in 1991 and 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the red, white, and blue of Carolina Windows and Doors. Our next team we have is East Carolina Auto and Truck Center. East Carolina Auto and Truck Center has been a part of Greenville Little League since 1951. Originally sponsored by the Moose Lodge, the team only had one sponsor from 1951 through 1992. Harris Supermarket sponsored from 1993 through 1998, while McGladrey sponsored the team in 99 and 2000. The team has been known as EC Auto since 2001. EC Auto's franchise has won city championships in 1974 and 1998. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Kelly and Black of East Carolina Auto and Truck Center. This team is Eastern Plumbing. Eastern Plumbing has been a part of Greenville Little League since 1951. Originally known as Exchange, the team was sponsored by the Exchange Club from 1951 through 1990. Hungate's Hobbies then took over the team from 1991 through 2004, while Andy's Cheesesteaks had a brief 2-year stint as sponsor in 2005 and 2006. Present-day sponsor Eastern Plumbing took over the team in 2007. The Eastern Plumbing franchise won city championships in 1983 and 2002. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Navy and Orange of Eastern Plumbing. Our next team is Jarman Auto Sales. Jarman Auto Sales has had a team in Greenville Little League since 1951. From 1951 through 1974, the team was known as the Elks Club. Big Value Drugs handled the sponsorship for the next 7 seasons, giving up the sponsorship after the 1981 season. Carroll and Associates had a brief 3-year stint as sponsor before present sponsor Jarman Auto Sales took over in 1985. The Jarman franchise has won city championships in 1988, 1993, 1994, 1995, 1999, 2000, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2009, and 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the orange and blue of Jarman Auto Sales. Our next team is Pepsi-Cola. Pepsi-Cola is a charter member of the Tar Heel League, having begun play in 1954. This season marks the 65th consecutive season Pepsi has been the sponsor of the team. Pepsi has won city championships in 1962, 1967, 1968, 1973, 1978, 1986, and 1989. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the red, white, and blue of Pepsi-Cola. And our last team tonight is Remax. Remax was added as a Tar Heel League expansion team in 1982. From 1982 to 1987, the team was known as True Value Hardware. McKenzie Security had a 6-year stint as sponsor that concluded with the 1993 season. Bowen Cleaners began a 9-year time as sponsor that began in 1994 and concluded with the 2002 season. Northcare was the name of the squad from 2003 through 2017. The Remax franchise won city championships in 1990, 1992, and 2010. Now making their first official Greenville Little Leagues appearance as Remax, please join me in welcoming the red, white, and black of Remax. Lots of areas as far as scheduling fields and maintenance and so on and so forth, and he's always been entirely cooperative and really been a great person to work with since 2007, I believe. Is that right? 2007? 2007. So once again, here for our opening ceremony, I'd like to introduce Gary Fenton, the Recreation Parks Director for the City of Greenville.
Thank you, Brian, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Elm Street Park. It was an unbelievable season last year, certainly one for the books, but it's now a new opening day, and I look forward to all that's going to mean to the Little League families in our city. My career has helped me understand the return city gets for its investment in good parks and good recreation programs, and I've seen many positive impacts from our facilities and programs over time. Such is the case, of course, with this particular park. When outsiders visit our city and come to Elm Street Park, they're always wowed by it. They walk in here and see this beauty, see what Brian does in terms of the maintenance on this field, see what our volunteers do to pull it all together, see how the city is a partner, and they're so impressed they remember Greenville. There have been a lot of events taking place here at this park over the last 6.5 decades. Though the park and I are about the same age, it's holding up better than I am. But I'm proud of it. It's a place we bring people who visit our city. This site has been a gathering place for generations of Greenville residents and visitors. And if you look out at the field tonight at this year's crop of Little League players, imagine what the view would be if every person who's ever played ball on this ball diamond could be standing on this field tonight. There would be no room left. Some of you would be out there standing yourselves, maybe along with a parent or a grandparent or even a great-grandparent. And tonight the beat goes on as Elm Street Park and Stallings Stadium invite another round of youngsters and their families to enjoy all it has to offer. It is a jewel within our park system. And while it certainly impacts the quality of life here in Greenville, it also generates a tremendous economic impact for our city. As players and families from across North Carolina and across the southeast U.S. travel to Greenville to compete, and they drop a boatload of money while they're here. So please be sure to treat them well when they visit. And here we are at Stallings kicking off another season tonight. And tomorrow, maybe we won't kick off the exception Community Baseball League. That would normally be scheduled for tomorrow, but the weather's not looking too good. But I wanted to say and thank the teams, these guys out here on the field, who are buddies to that program at the wheelchair accessible field behind me tonight. They go out there and play with those kids that have special needs. And I understand that every team in the league this year will take turn being their buddies to those kids. And I think that's special, and I thank them for that. Now on both these fields, all of us spectators, with our behaviors, will play a role in ensuring that the season is a great experience for every kid on the diamond. When I was director of Parks and Recreation in Roanoke, Virginia many years ago, the city manager said a phrase I've never forgotten. He said, "What you see depends on where you stand." He was making a point that from his office he might see things differently than we saw from ours, and that might result in an occasional disagreement. And though that statement has a lot of applications, one particular application is very appropriate for this ballpark. What the home plate umpire sees from where he stands may be different from what the umpires in the grandstands see. What the first base umpire sees from where he stands may be different from what the umpires in the grandstands see, and so on. But when it's one of your kids out there, it can be easy to get emotionally caught up in the moment. I have 4 kids, I know that feeling. And it was Major League pitcher Earl Wilson who once said, "For the parents of a Little Leaguer, a baseball game is simply a nervous breakdown divided into innings." Let me remind you of something if you to think about when you feel that nervous breakdown coming on. Something I've shared before about a sign that's posted on the spectator fencing on the Little League ball diamond in the suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. The sign reads, "Please remember, number 1, these are kids. Number 2, this is a game. Number 3, the coaches are volunteers. Number 4, the umpires are human. And number 5, you do not play for the St. Louis Cardinals." That's some good advice. And I expect that our kids and our coaches and our umpires would agree. So we thank you, Brian and Ann, the Little League Board, the volunteers, the team sponsors, our coaches, our parents, and our players for doing your part. It's time once again to play ball, and we hope you have a great season. Thank you.
Okay, at this time I'd like to introduce our mayor for his very first opening night as a speaker, Mr. P.J. Conley.
Good evening, everyone. Who's ready for some baseball? Like you said, this is my first time on opening day, and this is amazing. I'm excited to be here. I remember it was 24 years ago that I played on a Little League field. It feels like it was yesterday. So I'm excited to be here. I can tell you one thing. This baseball facility is much nicer than what I had when I was playing. I remember the field that I played on, there was a lip around the infield, and it was a type of lip that you get a black eye if you didn't play the ball right. So they're very lucky to be playing on this field. I just want to tell you a little bit of a story. When I was 10 years old and I was playing Little League, I remember I was standing on the mound one day, and I had just given up 10 runs. And you're like, 10 runs? You're standing here today? It was one of the worst moments of my life. I remember standing there, and I was almost crying on the mound. And after I got off the mound, my parents met with the coach in the back of the dugout, and he came up to my parents and said, "You know, I really think PJ is going to be something someday." And if you can imagine the look on my parents' face, they were probably like, "I don't know about that." So I'll tell you a little bit about me. I played baseball here at East Carolina, but I was drafted out of high school by the Montreal Expos. And then again, I was drafted by the Florida Marlins. And then I later signed with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So I did become something. So you just never know what you're going to be out here on that field. So all you guys that are out here, if you give up 10 runs someday, understand you can still be a professional baseball player. one thing I can say is baseball made me who I am today. It started at an early age, and it formed my whole life. I was fortunate enough to be around baseball for 18, 20 years of my life, and I'm very, very thankful that I have the opportunity that I have. And like I said, it made me who I am today, and I can never say how thankful I am. So these kids are going to learn so much being out here. They're going to learn the ups, the downs, they're going to see the ugly, they're going to see the good things too. And you guys just keep this in mind, that, you know, no matter how you play out on the field, you always play with dignity, and you always be nice and courteous and humble to the other players, because it'll go a long way. I see this every day, and I'm very fortunate enough to have the experience that I had on this field. So congratulations to all these guys. This is an amazing opportunity for you, and I am so thankful to be the mayor of Greenville and being here today. I just want to wish everyone good luck this season, and play well and play hard. Good luck.
And so this year, we're going to dismiss our first team, which is Remax, and they are known as the Pilots. And they may leave the playing field out to the first base dugout. Next up is the Soda Drinkers. Now the Evil Empire. Okay, the Plungers may head for their dugout and get ready for their game. Next up is the Chrysler Dodgers. And the Glaciers. The Car Dealers. The Bankers. The Tutors. The Tin Grins. The White Coats. And the White Coats can head for their dugout, actually, if they want to. The Sportsmen. The Glass Half Fullers. The 57 NFL Champs. The K-Tribe. And the Soda Jerks.